Hi, fifth grade. It is grammar time, a new grammar unit we're starting, and the grammar unit we're starting is Unit 2, and it is on nouns. Let's remember those 8 parts of speech. 8 parts of speech. Every word in every sentence is one of 8 parts of speech. Do you remember what they are? Think. Well, hopefully you remembered, and hopefully these are the words you came up with. Nouns, one part of speech. Verbs, adjectives, adverbs. Those are the 4 people usually remember. Conjunctions, all different kinds. We've talked about coordinating and subordinating so far. Prepositions, we're going to get to them shortly. Interjections, yikes, wow, ouch. Okay, interjections. And pronouns, he, she, it, they, words that take the place of nouns. So nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, conjunctions, prepositions, interjections, pronouns. We're going to talk about all these 8 parts of speech throughout the year, but this unit number 2 is specifically on nouns. So when we talk about nouns as one of the 8 parts of speech, what do we know about them? What do we know about nouns? Well, we know that they are one of 8 parts of speech. We know that there are different kinds of nouns. There's common nouns, abstract nouns, proper nouns. There can be singular nouns, plural nouns, collective nouns. Wow, lots of different kinds of nouns. We also know that these nouns can function in different ways in the sentence. We've looked at nouns that are the subject of sentences, the simple subjects of sentences. Soon we'll talk about nouns that are direct to objects in sentences, predicate nouns in sentences, or objects of the preposition. So these nouns, okay, there can be lots of different kinds of these nouns, and these nouns can function differently in the sentence. So we're going to get started with this busy unit on nouns. Kinds of nouns. The kinds of nouns. There are common nouns, and that's the nouns we're probably most familiar with. Common nouns are words for people, places, and things. Words like teachers. Teachers are people. Schools. Schools are places. Things. Pencils. Pencils are things that teachers use when they're in school. So, common nouns are words for people, places, and things. Abstract nouns, I'm sorry, I don't know why that keeps blinking. Abstract nouns are common nouns for things you can't hold or touch. It's just kind of a subcategory of common nouns. Things like feelings, that's a noun. Maybe you think of it as a thing. Love, happiness, equality, time. These are all nouns, but they're a special category of nouns called abstract nouns. Abstract meaning you can't really touch it. You can't really hold it or touch it. There's another kind of noun, and that's a proper noun. And we've talked about these a lot. You've been talking about proper nouns since 1st or 2nd grade probably. Proper nouns are the specific names for a person, place, or thing. And by 5th grade, we need to remember, we must remember, that proper nouns are always capitalized. So in my writing, if I'm writing about a supermarket, lowercase s is fine. But if I'm writing about a particular supermarket, Giant Eagle, the exact name of the supermarket, I have to capitalize the name, the words, Giant and Eagle. If I'm talking about a lady, any old lady, lowercase l will be just fine. But if I'm talking about a particular lady, Mrs. Anselmo, then my title and my last name have to be capitalized. This is an exact name of a lady, Mrs. Anselmo, and it has to be capitalized. If I mention a city in my writing, no problem using a lowercase c, but if I mention a particular city, like Pittsburgh, then you better believe we have to use a capital letter. Proper nouns are specific names for people, places, and things, and they always, always, always have a capital letter. It is wrong to write Uncle Pete. It has to be Uncle Pete with a capital U and a capital P. It's wrong to say the Carnegie Museum with a lowercase c and a lowercase m. That's the exact name of a museum, folks. It's got to be capital C, capital M. In Statue of Liberty, that's wrong. It's the exact name of a famous historical landmark. Need to capitalize Statue and Liberty, kind of like a title. The of does not need to be capitalized because it's a phrase, and unimportant words, unless they're the first or the last, don't need to be capitalized. But Statue of Liberty, capital S, capital L for that proper noun. Okay, secret message this week. What's your favorite store? It's an exact name of a favorite store. It's a proper noun. Email me the name of your favorite store. Make sure it's spelled and capitalized correctly. Homework this week is Lesson 10, parts A and B. So it's Lesson 10 in your workbook, grammar workbook, parts A and B. All right, I'm going to just write this A and B with my very slow handwriting on the smart board because I'm using the mouse. Okay, Lesson 10, A and B, Grammar Notebook. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.